I am so excited for this. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a first glance at a potential walkthrough of one of the greatest point-and-click games Sierra has ever made. Gabriel Knight, Sins of the Fathers. Presented by Jensen's new studios of Phoenix Studios, collaborated with Pinkerton Road. Together, the two studios that have gained a collaboration in the last few years or so have paired up to bring this timeless classic back in a 20th anniversary remastering, as it were. It's a beautiful game, so let's get on with it. Well, that was kind of scary. Yes. Believe it or not, this is actually the 20th anniversary edition, which is basically the which is directed, of course, by the person who wrote Gabriel Knight in the first place, Jensen. The real reason why this game is the original version is still celebrated to this day is because it is what many people consider one of the best point-and-adventure titles to exist. A game that is still playable 20 years later. Just like Super Metroid is still playable 20 years later, and a lot of older games are still pretty much the pitch-perfect type. So we have this introduction sequence here, which is... it's just pretty good, actually. Yeah, I know, this game came out first day, and I'm gonna make one of the big cardinal sins out there, so you don't do a day one LP, but to be honest, there's a couple of things wrong with this little statement. One, technically it's a remastered edition of an old game that's been around for 20 years. So, in essential, it's gonna be that. Secondly, it's a combination between Phoenix Studios and Pinkerton Road, which is like two of those, as I mentioned, two of those studios that are pretty hype. Third off, it's got a brand new voice cast. Most people will disagree because the original voice actor for Gabriel Knight was actually Tim Curry, and he had a very infamous Southern accent, which was so terrible. It was just. It was bad. It's an accent that's bad. It's so bad it's actually good. And of course, Mark Hamill was voiced in this game as well. So they had to do the new cast. They couldn't bring the old one back due to the fact that most of them are unionized actors and they're pretty much big stars. I mean, it's Tim Curry and Mark Hamill. Mark Hamill's tithering on retirement, and Tim Curry is an old person. The only reason why this was here is because Activision holds the Sierra license. And then it pretty much gives you a little bit of credit to the original team that did Gabriel Knight, so that's a little bit of a nice touch. So, let's start things off again, ladies and germs, with a nice loading screen for the dagger. It's always I felt that one, and, wow. Holy shit, they were not kidding. That is really good high-res graphics. And so just come out, oh, it is just like the original. I dreamt of blood upon the shores of eyes that spoke of seeing. The lake was smooth and deep and black, as was her scented skin. If you know the original Gabriel Knight, it's basically a game that's split into 10 days. It's just like with most Sierra games back then, you can make mistakes and you can die, so I'm just going to shut up a bit and let the conversation speak for itself.
I bet. Just a minute. It lives, I see. Do you want to speak with Lolita? I'm sorry, but Gabriel's allowed. I mean, he's out. You know, you could do better. I know I don't know you, but you could do better. Bye-bye. Good morning. You look like hell. Did you have another nightmare last night?
Yes, because having nightmares is what I do, apparently. 7th damn night in a row.
I told you, it's that voodoo book you're researching. That stuff can seriously screw with your karma.
Unfortunately, I don't think my readers would go for a horror novel about fluffy bunny rabbits. So voodoo it is.
You mean your reader? She lives in Wisconsin, doesn't she?
Bite me.
Hey, what goes on in your bed stays in your bed as far as I'm concerned. I have messages for you when you want them.
So pretty much what happens here is that Gabriel here has nightmares for about 7 days straight. As you can see, there's a brand new menu here. Pretty much there's a skull bar there, which is about 362, which is somewhat accurate to the original. Then you got like a menu, so you got like a journal now, which is cool. A star button for special content. You got like a main menu and you got all these options here. I pretty much wish I had to skip most of these, but I will have a gander and take a look at the stuff here. You can take a look at the journal and see there are hints. I will understand, but if you play the original game, like I've seen the original game online, I just know exactly what to do. Maybe it's basically due to the fact that I'm pretty much looking forward to. So, I'll be back for part 2 if this is successful.